Safety Manager, From Zero to Expert by Dmitry Borovoy. The Dashboard, Safer, CSA, SMS. Chapter 3. The Dashboard, Safer, CSA, SMS. This is where you'll open the FMCSA portals for the first time and look at your company through its own eyes, the eyes of someone living inside it, and the eyes of the inspector who audits it. Those are two different pictures. This chapter's job is to merge them into one. After this chapter you can find any company in Safer, read its snapshot and insurance history, log into SMS with your own credentials, break down all 7 basics, see exactly where you're going to get caught, and know what to do about it. 3.1. Why a safety lives in these portals. A company without a safety manager opening Safer is a vehicle with no dashboard. You're moving fast, fuel seems fine, engine seems fine, until you stall in the middle of the interstate and start explaining to your wife that I didn't notice anything weird. FMCSA keeps public and semi-public portals that show you literally everything. Whether the company exists and whether its authority is alive. How much insurance it carries, and with whom. How many times the insurance was canceled. How many trucks, drivers, miles it has. Every inspection and crash in the last 24 months. Which categories it's burning in. Every single violation. Where, when, at what weight it hit the score. Everyone who has anything to do with you digs around in this data. The broker, deciding whether to give you a load. The insurance company, setting your premium. The shipper, not wanting to load someone who'll be gone in a month. The DOT inspector, picking whom to pull over at the scales. A competitor, looking for your thin spots. And you, if you want to see your company before the auditor does. This is the core of the safety manager's job. You should know your problems one day before FMCSA does. Not a week later, not when a letter shows up, earlier. Safer and SMS are your dashboard. Other people check the weather in the morning. A safety manager opens Safer. Pause. The first time you log into SMS and see your company from the outside, it can hit hard. Numbers, percentages, red zones. First thought, I'm in trouble, I can't handle this. 3 things you need to know right now. 1. Every company older than a year has violations. A clean zero profile means either a brand new carrier or somebody who doesn't actually run. Not zero is normal. 2. The window is 24 months. Everything in the system rolls off on its own after 2 years. Stop accumulating violations today. The profile cleans itself out just by time passing. 3. Almost any violation can be challenged through data queue. Chapter 14. What's read today can disappear in a month. Today's job is just to learn how to read the gauges. Treatment comes later. Keep going. The free passport of any company. Safer. Safety and Fitness Electronic Record System. The Federal Public FMCSA website. safer.fmcsa.gov. Through Safer you can 1. Find any company by US DOT, MC, or name. 2. Register a new US DOT. 3. Pay fines online. 4. Order another carrier's safety profile. 5. Challenge data through data queue, data quality. 6. Update your MCS 150, biennial update, every 2 years. 7. View insurance and licensing on any company. 8. Check Hazmat routes. Safer is the door to every public FMCSA system. A company name on a sticky note, 5 minutes. You know everything about them that's supposed to be publicly known. For owners, track owner. A broker calls with a load that sounds good. Before you sign, you pull their MC in Safer. Authority active. Insurance in place. No revocations. There are plenty of fraudsters in this industry. 5 minutes of checking saves you several $1,000s you'll never see if the load goes to a broker with no real shop behind him. For staff safety managers, track employed safety. Crash notification comes in. Your driver gives you the other party's info scribbled on a napkin. Name, phone. An hour later that phone doesn't answer. But in Safer, you've got their real DOT, their insurance carrier, policy number, the insurer's direct line. This is the only channel where you won't get brushed off. 3.3. Company Snapshot, page 1 of the passport. Company Snapshot is the short company card in Safer. The first thing you open. Field, what you look at. Entity type, carrier, broker, shipper. Operating status, authorized for property or out of service. Legal name, DBA. Legal name and doing business as. Physical address, actual address. Mailing address, where letters and checks go. Phone, active number. This is what the feds call. US DOT number, DOT registration. MC number, motor carrier authority. Power units, how many trucks. Drivers, how many drivers. MCS 150 form date, when it was last updated. MCS 150 mileage, miles in the last 12 months. Out of service date, if shut down, the date. Operation classification, for hire, private, other. Operation, interstate, interstate. Cargo carried, types of freight. Inspections, crashes, 24-month summary. At the bottom of the page, the totals. Vehicle inspections, total, OOS percentage. Driver inspections, same. Hazmat inspections, if licensed. IEP inspections, for intermodal. Crashes, 24 months. Crashes. Safety rating, if assigned, satisfactory, conditional, unsatisfactory. Snapshot data updates once a month. If a violation came in yesterday, it won't show up in Snapshot today. That's not a bug. SMS already counted it. The public window just shows it 30 days later. 3 types of companies you'll see. Clean profile, 12 trucks, 15 drivers, 850K miles a year, 22 inspections, 0 OOS, 0 crashes in 2 years. Every broker wants to work with these guys. Working profile, 8 trucks, 10 drivers, 18 inspections, 2 vehicle OOS, 1 crash with no injuries. Normal state of a live company. Profile you shouldn't touch, 35 inspections, 12 vehicle OOS, 34% against a 20% benchmark. 3 driver OOS, 2 crashes with injuries. Safety rating, conditional. The broker who tendered them a load is giving deposition in court a month later. 934. Licensing and insurance. The insurance history. From Snapshot, there's a licensing and insurance button. The second must-visit portal. How to get in. 1. Safer, find the company. 2. Click licensing and insurance. 3. Choose HTML, not report. That one's been broken for a long time and apparently will stay broken. Authority type. Common, contract, broker. Authority status, whether it's active. Application pending. Any filed applications. Insurance on file. Insurance amount. Minimum $750,000 for general freight. $1 million for oil and most hazmat. $5 million for certain high-risk hazmat categories. Active pending insurance. Current policy and carrier. Rejected insurance, carriers that declined coverage. Insurance history, full policy history. Authority history, when MC was activated. Revocation, whether authority was ever revoked. 3 situations where you'll open L&I this week. Crash involving another company. The driver gave you the other party's info verbally. In L&I, you pull up the real insurer, policy number, direct phone line. The claim goes through that channel, not through a driver who disappears by tomorrow. New broker on the line. He's asking for your certificate of insurance. You check his authority in L&I. No reciprocity in this business, no deal. Changing your own insurance. You've switched carriers. In 3 to 10 days, go into L&I and make sure the new record is there and the old one closed with no gap between policies. A 1-day gap equals OOS for the entire company. I've seen this many times. Check it. The L&I record is entered by an FMCSA employee by hand from the insurer's electronic filing. It's not instant. Don't panic the first few days. On day 10, call your insurance agent and find out where the filing's stuck. 3.5. CSA, the program that's watching you. CSA, Compliance, Safety, Accountability. An FMCSA federal program. Its purpose? Catch unsafe carriers before they cause a serious crash. Works in 3 tiers, from we're tapping you on the shoulder to we shut you down. Tier 1. Early contact, soft tools. FMCSA signaling. Warning letter. A letter in the mail. describes specific problems and hints at what's next. The signal, you're on the radar, shape up. Targeted roadside inspection. Targeted scale inspections. If a carrier is bad in some category, inspectors are told to stop those specific trucks. Sounds like paranoia, but that's exactly how it works. Tier 2. Investigation. If warning didn't help, a safety investigator, SI, shows up. Off-site investigation, remote audit. They send a list of documents. You scan and send. On-site focused investigation. They come to your office and check one area. HOS only, driver files only, maintenance only. On-site comprehensive investigation. They come and check everything. Worst case scenario. Usually after a serious incident or when the problems run deep. Tier 3. Follow-on. If the investigation found violations, enforcement tools kick in. Cooperative safety plan. A voluntary corrective action plan. Technically voluntary, try refusing. Notice of violation, NOV. No fine, but requires a response. Notice of claim. Comes with a civil penalty. Operation out of service order. Everything stops. Not a single truck is allowed to move until corrected. If you saw bad percentages in SMS and want to close the laptop, don't. Do it step by step. First, kill the everything's lost thought. 95% of problems clear in 3 to 6 months of normal operation. Second, open all 7 basics. Write down where the percentages are above threshold. Third, for each problem basic, open the list of specific violations. Fourth, mark which ones can realistically be challenged through data queue. Fifth, write down the 3 most frequent violations. That's your training front with drivers. Sixth, stamp the date. From this day on, you check percentages every 2 weeks. Seventh, if it's too much alone, delegate monitoring. That's not weakness, that's normal load distribution. 3.6. SMS. 7 mirrors of your company's safety measurement system. The engine that calculates CSA scores. How to get in. First, find your company in Safer. Second, top right, the SMS results link. Third, public part, by DOT number. Fourth, internal part, with percentages, DOT plus PIN. The difference matters, publicly visible, list of violations and inspections. Basic percentages and alert status, only the company itself and regulators see those. Under the FAST Act, December 2015, FMCSA removed the percentiles and alert statuses for all basics for property carriers from the public SMS website. What stays public is the inspection and violation data. The percentile scores themselves are visible only to the company, via DOT plus PIN, and to regulators. Crash indicator and Hazmat compliance results were non-public even before that. How the score is calculated. Every violation has a severity weight, from 1 to 10. More serious, higher. That weight is multiplied by a time weight. Under 6 months, times 3. 6 to 12 months, times 2. 12 to 24 months, times 1. Older than 24 months, drops off. The total is divided by the number of inspections, so big fleets don't lose just because they get inspected more. The output is a percentile rank, how much worse or better you are than other companies your size. The alert threshold depends on the basic, 65% for unsafe driving, HOS compliance, and crash indicator, 80% for vehicle maintenance, driver fitness, controlled substances, and Hazmat compliance. Hazmat carriers get stricter thresholds, 60%, 75%. Passenger carriers, the strictest, 50%, 65%. Above threshold, a red alert flag lights up in the profile. From that moment on, you're in the queue for targeted inspection and investigation. They see you. That's not a figure of speech. The 7 basics. What goes in each bucket? Every violation on the road lands in one of 7 buckets. Each has its own regulations, typical violations, and safety manager response. Basic 1. Unsafe driving. Regulated by 49 CFR, Parts 392, 397. From 1 point for minor to 10 points for more than 15 miles per hour over the limit. Reckless driving up to 10 points. Improper lane change. Seatbelt violation, phone while driving. 10 points times 3 equals 30 points for 1 incident. Failure to obey traffic control device. Classic example. The driver blew past a scale sign without realizing he had to stop. Inattentive driving. One of the two basics most strongly correlated with future crashes. FMCSA leans on this one especially hard. Safety Manager Actions. Warning letter to the driver for each violation. Log, isolate the 3 most frequent types. Training aimed at the specific violations. Online, record. In-person, training acknowledgement form. The 3 violations in a row termination rule exists on paper. In practice, you often have no one to fire. Then do something else. Retraining, route change, a written agreement with conditions. But do something. Basic 2. Crash indicator. What's measured? Not behavior. The crashes themselves from state and local police crash reports. Quirks. Hidden from the public. Doesn't account for fault. Someone rear-ends you in a parking lot, the crash still goes into SMS. The Crash Preventability Determination Program helps some. Clearly non-preventable cases can be removed through data queue. The second basic most strongly correlated with future incidents. 2 alerts, and your insurance premium jumps 1.5 to 2 times. Actions. Keep your own accident register. Save police reports, photos, witness statements. Minimum 3 years. Challenge non-preventable crashes through data queue. Train defensive driving. Basic 3. HOS compliance. Regulated by 49 CFR, Parts 392-395. What lands here? Driving over 11-hour, 14-hour, 70-hour. Falsified logbook or ELD. Missing supporting documents, BOL, receipts, toll tickets. Wrong duty status. Missed mandatory 30-minute break. Audit documents, RODs, bills of lading, carrier proofs, freight bills, dispatch records, electronic mobile communications, gate records, scale tickets, fuel receipts. Keep at least 6 months. That's exactly what the inspector will ask for. Actions. Pull HOS flags off the ELD daily. Teach drivers to pick the right status. Explain the chain. Lack of sleep, crash indicator, company closed. The driver needs to understand the logic, not just the rules. More in Chapter 7. Basic 4. Vehicle maintenance. Regulated by 49 CFR, Parts 392, 393, 396. What lands here? Non-working brakes, bald tires, wrong pressure, non-working lights, reflectors, improper load securement, cargo securement 49 CFR 393.100 to 136. Axle overweight, missing or fake pre-trip. This is the most common trap. I've seen this many times. Companies burn on vehicle maintenance. The reason is simple. Drivers split into 2 types. Owner-operator, it's his truck, his money, he watches it. Company driver on per mile. The truck's condition doesn't concern him, and his pre-trip is a 2-minute checkbox. Typical story. Driver takes a load, boxes of fragile product. Securement done for show. Gets to the store, instead of product, a pile of debris. The company goes into a claim, loses the broker, explains itself in court. On the road, it plays out even more colorfully. Cargo goes flying, a tire blows, at minimum 2 maintenance violations, plus a potential crash. Actions. Track the annual DOT inspection for every tractor and trailer, every 12 months. Required daily DVIR. Pre-trip in the logbook has to take at least 15 minutes. Less, the inspector sees fiction instantly. Work in sync with the mechanic and the dispatcher. Cargo securement is a dispatch issue. Basic 5. Controlled substances, alcohol. Regulated by 49 CFR, Parts 382, 392. What lands here? Positive drug alcohol test. Refusal to test. Driving under the influence, including prescription medications incompatible with CMV operation. No testing program at the company. One of the harshest basics. 1 violation and an on-site investigation can show up within a month. Safety manager tools. Pre-employment drug test. Mandatory before hire. Random testing. 50% of the driver pool per year for drugs, 10% for alcohol. Post-accident testing. After a serious crash. Reasonable suspicion test. If you suspect a driver is impaired, you must send him in for an unscheduled test. But your right to suspect has to be backed by a document. Reasonable suspicion training, 60 minutes DOT plus 60 minutes alcohol. All of this rolls up through the Drug and Alcohol Clearinghouse. Details in Chapter 9. Basic 6. Hazmat compliance, regulated by 49 CFR Part 397 plus Hazmat regulations, Parts 171 to 180. What lands here? Wrong marking and placards, poor securement of hazardous materials, loading-unloading violations, driver without hazmat endorsement, cargo tank maintenance violations, quirks, hidden from the public, minimum insurance, $1 million for most hazmat loads, $5 million for specific high-risk categories, bulk explosives, poison gases, highway route-controlled radioactive, etc., under 49 CFR 787.9, instead of $750,000 for general freight. Driver needs a dedicated hazmat training, $2,000 to $3,000, and a hazmat endorsement on the CDL. Company gets a hazmat permit from FMCSA. The safety manager is required to complete hazmat training. I don't recommend beginning safety managers take on hazmat carriers. The cost of a mistake is incomparable with regular dry van. Build experience on van, reefer, flatbed, then move into hazmat, deliberately, with the training done and procedures in place. Not because hazmat is scarier, but because it doesn't forgive sloppiness. Basic 7. Driver fitness, regulated by 49 CFR Parts 382-391. What lands here? Expired CDL, missing or expired medical certificate, DOT medical card. Missing endorsement, Haz Class A, climbed into a tanker without the N endorsement. Wrong restriction, A restriction, automatic only, got in a manual. Driving without qualification, no experience, no training completed. Documents, the full driver qualification file, DQ file, CDL, MVR, DOT medical, PSP, clearinghouse query, safety performance history, road test certificate, employment application. Details in Chapter 5. Actions, expiration calendar for every CDL and medical. 30-day reminder to the driver before medical expires. Not a single trip on an expired document. Ever. Sample in the book materials pack, truckernavi.com/nbook. Weekly SMS walkthrough. The practice here's what you do once a week. First time, slow. A month in, 30 minutes. Step 1. General check. 1. Safer. Company Snapshot. 2. Verify. Authority active. No OOS. Safety rating clean. 3. MCS 150 not expired. Truck and driver counts match reality. Step 2. Internal SMS. 1. Log in with DOT plus PIN. 2. Check all 7 basics. Where's the alert? 3. For each one with an alert, open violation summary. What violations are repeating? Step 3. Inspection breakdown. 1. In the problem basic, inspection history. 2. For each inspection, report number, state, date, start end time, vehicle, driver, severity weight for each violation, time weight, total, counted by hand the first few times. Speeding local equals 5 PT times 3 equals 15 points. 3 of those equals 45 points in unsafe driving. The arithmetic is simple, but until you count it yourself, you won't feel the scale. Step 4. The plan output is a short list. Asterisk, what to challenge through data queue. Asterisk, which drivers need a conversation, warning letter. Asterisk, topic for the next safety meeting. Which truck needs unscheduled maintenance? Once a week, not once a month. Once a week, you're ahead. Once a month, you're already catching up. 3.9. How data cools off. The 24-month window. This is probably the most important number in the system. Under 6 mo, times 3. 6 to 12 mo, times 2. 12 to 24 mo, times 1. Older than 24, drops off. In practice, you stop violating today. In 6 months, your score drops by 1.5x. In a year, by half. In 2 years, 0. And the other way, if violations keep coming, the old ones aren't forgiven. They're simply replaced by fresh ones. The weight stays high. The alert doesn't come off. It's like points on a license. You can stop accumulating. You can clean the profile. but only two things do it: time and discipline. No other levers. Key takeaway. Chapter 3 takeaway. 1. Safer is the front door to every public FMCSA system. 2. Company Snapshot is the company card. Address, trucks, miles, inspections, crashes for 24 months. 3. Licensing and insurance gives you the company's complete insurance history. 4. CSA works in 3 tiers: early contact, investigation, follow-on up to out of service. 5. SMS calculates percentile rank across 7 basics over a rolling 24-month window. 6. 7 basics: unsafe driving, crash indicator, HOS, vehicle maintenance, controlled substances, Hazmat, driver fitness. Since the FAST Act, percentiles for all basics are hidden from the public. You see yours with DOT plus PIN. 7. Alert at 65% or 80%, depending on the basic. Above the threshold, you're in the crosshairs. 8. Unsafe driving and crash indicator correlate most strongly with future crashes. Watch them especially. 9. A fresh violation weighs 3x more than a year-old one. Older than 24 months doesn't count. 10. Safer and SMS, at least once a week. That's the profession's baseline, not a recommendation. Checklist. Checklist, weekly Safer and SMS walkthrough. Opened Company Snapshot. Authority active. No OOS. Checked MCS 150, not expired. Every 2 years. Licensing and insurance. Policy active. Logged into SMS with DOT plus PIN. Reviewed all 7 basics. Flagged where 50%. Opened, violation summary on every suspect basic. Wrote down the 3 most frequent violations. Checked new inspections from this week. Marked what to challenge through data queue. Marked which drivers need a conversation. Logged current percentages to see the trend. You can find any company in Safer by DOT, MC, or name. You understand the difference between Company Snapshot and SMS results. You know where to find insurance history, licensing, and insurance. You can list the 7 basics and know what goes in each. You remember that basic percentiles are not public. You see your own with DOT plus PIN. You understand severity weight and time weight. You understand the 24-month window and how violations cool off. You know the 3 CSA tiers: early contact, investigation, follow-on. You know the alert thresholds: 65%, 80%, depending on the basic and what they mean. You've logged into Safer and pulled up a real company, your own or a training one. If you don't have time to log into SMS every week, typical scenario with an owner who runs safety himself. Next week, end of the month, 6 months later, alerts in 2 basics and a warning letter in the mailbox. I've seen this many times. Not because the guy is lazy, because he's got 15 other jobs, and monitoring a system that's not burning yet always slides to the bottom of the list. At Trucker Navi, monitoring runs daily. New inspection, new violation, insurance change, notification the same day. With the notification comes what to do. Challenge through data queue, talk to the driver, put it on the safety meeting agenda. This is included in Safety Compliance Starter, $189 a month for fleets up to 3 trucks. CSA monitoring, driver files, drug and alcohol program, DOT audit prep. For 4 to 8 trucks, safety compliance growth, $349 a month, $43 per truck, plus vehicle maintenance tracking, DVIR, driver training. 315-871-0833. WhatsApp +1 929 347 4410. TruckerNavi.com. Data at TruckerNavi.com. Offices NY, NJ, FL. That was a chapter from Safety Manager from Zero to Expert by Dmitry Borovoy, founder of Trucker Navi. The full book is on Amazon. The companion page is at truckernavi.com/en/book.